And yeah, it's good to have Sato back. Glad that he's here, at least in the hosting role. But this is MIBR's pick. I expect to see some shenanigans. Very quick boost up to a catwalk, though, from NIP. They are not getting pulled a fast one on at all.
Oh, it looked like Rez tried to hit that headshot going above the bomb site. Cello, though, will be taking him down, so this is a very successful run. And what are the Swedes doing? They are trying to go for a massive four-man type setup outside. Looked like they all wanted to get up on the block there, but instead, it's kind of now all gone away. The smoke is faded. They don't have a kit right now, and the bomb is already down. MIBR in a very good position at the moment to try and get this done. I don't know if they can actually get in here for the retake. That's going to be very, very tricky. Linus is going to get one kill, but Bolts and Exit both picking up one each, and that leaves Linus and Device 2 versus 4, and that's an almost impossible task here to try and get done. It'll be Exit with the triple, and that's how MIBR win the pistol round.
Yeah, this is going to be... it makes me wonder, Anders. I think we're going to see some craziness here, especially from a team like NIP, because I don't think there's going to be like a whole lot of tape for them to go off of that's valuable for what MIB are going to bring to the table. So I think NIP are going to be relying on their skill to get them through this more than anything. The way that MIB are counter that is by going for Mirage, though. It's like, okay, you want to play skill? That's going to be a thing. Cool. Let's play the new Pug map. Used to be Dust 2, now it's Mirage.
It does feel that way. But I guess I still think that next on the chopping block is going to be either Mirage or Dust 2. I can't see it any other way, so I'm not sure we'll be stuck with it forever. I mean, not in the next month or anything, but I think eventually it's going to have to see some sort of an escape. We've got 2 Deagles and 3 Scouts. That is at least one more than what we normally see. So I'm excited. I like this idea. I think you could do some damage with it. So far, they've tagged up SHC, and we'll see if they can get anything more done. Bolts for the kill on Device.
Yeah, already. Just quick play onto the A site. Smoke's cutting off all the usual spots and taking their time with it. Plopsky's got to calm down, I think, for a little minute there. He did end up yeeting his nade back onto himself when he was trying to get some damage in on that push. But yeah, overall, MIBR right now, very quick rounds coming in from the Brazilians. They had a game plan at the very beginning of this round. It was clear. Going straight on to B in the pistol round, no hesitation, no time wasted. And here on this A site hits, just going straight on to A as a group. It's not subtle stuff. It's very straightforward, but that's going to get them a few rounds early on, and then they can always get a little bit more technical as the half progresses.
Well, Sam, we just came out of doing the Blast Premier Finals.
Indeed.
And we've been talking about the CIS era, and I think maybe not only because they are playing very well over in that region right now, but one of the things that we've been missing out on is the Brazilian vibe, which is like the polar opposite of what the Brazilians are doing. So I feel like this is going to be an interesting change of pace if you're just watching that whole tournament. Maybe you're going to be in for a bit of an interesting change, because they do play wild Counter-Strike, don't they?
They do. It can be really aggressive, really explosive kind of CS. Although MIBR have been spending a bit of time out here in Europe, so I'm curious if they're going to have been corrupted or not. A little bit of a fight over here at ramp to kick things off. Quick trades back and forth, but MIBR playing it well, looking out for each other. MIBR actually, now that you mentioned Blast, I was kind of checking because I knew that we talked about them. You and I casted them not too long ago.
Yes, indeed.
And that was at the beginning of the year at Blast Spring Groups. And, well, they took a map off Na'Vi. So, I mean, they were able to get a little bit of headway going. They did not go much further than that, but they still, were able to hang in there with one of the best teams.
Yeah, and I feel like they played close against so many others, right? It's kind of tricky. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, we care about wins more than we do about, playing a bunch of close maps. But I don't think it's a pretty good look for NIP overall. This is a dangerous round. I mean, Plopsky landed a kill, and so did Hampers, and so did Rez. All of them started doing a little bit. Another headshot rings through, and it's Plopsky to take down Cello. And that leaves Exit in a 1 versus 2, which is hard to win. He's got the element of surprise walking into the middle, but that has gone away. That would have had to have been a lightning fast headshot. The Molotov might just do the trick here, and Brez is going to be going down. And he knew where Plopsky was, so one-on-one that he could definitely win. He just get the bomb eventually, but 25 seconds, he could do it. Plopsky's waiting for him. And no armor on him. He's still going to get the headshot. Very well done. Plopsky with the triple, and that is a shocking round for NIP. They just pick it up.
The disaster. This is that skill coming into it, man. That individual talent that Nip can bring to the table. If you let a guy like Plopsky get into the thick of things and actually manage to play it out, where you can have some time to line up his shots, he can pick you apart, especially with how well Nip have been playing. I mean, they seem to be stepping up on an individual level. NIP, LNZ, Linus just had a breakout event right now, actually, with the Blast Finals, where he really stood up and actually got more than a decent rating coming out of that tournament. I think he finished with like 1.08, something like that. But for a first tournament for him, where he got to finally show what he was capable of on the main roster,
Amazing.
Yeah, guy stepped up.
Very hard to do. You get put into a team and say, why don't you try and play next to Device and see if you can look good in contrast? Like, that's really hard to do, and he did it anyway. So yeah, I'm super impressed with that. Hope that continues. Seems like a cool guy in general. Seems really down to earth, I think. And he doesn't seem to be scared of any interviews or anything. It's really good. So all of it is good news right now, including in this round where NIP are just shutting them down in the middle. That was just a fight that they won straight up. I'm sure MIBR had a plan if they could have won the initial battle in there, but they just didn't. And that's always very tough because not that teams always just have a whole menu of strategies that they're just going through, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever. But if you had a strategy that you wanted to test to see if it worked, then you're going to have to test it one more time because you didn't even get to do it here.
Yeah, you're kind of hoping that you're actually going to be able to get a few more rounds on the board before NIP start fighting back and figuring out how you're going to play. So I think this is kind of worst case scenario for MIBR at the beginning here. Hampus charging Palace. Little does he know, Bolts has made it past him. But what? Oh, Bolts! That's so unfortunate.
He obviously wanted to try and lure someone into that, make a little bit of noise, and instead he just gives it all away. Device gets caught using a Bison.
I think he expected Hampus to be at the entrance, and so he heard Hampus's footsteps. So I think he expected him to be up there, and so he tried to pre-fire him. Little does he know, Hampus actually was past him already. That's so unfortunate for Bolts.
Yeah, it is.
Nice try. Oh, Rez under pressure. But no Kevlar for Shazzy. We get to call Shazzy again.
Not bad. I've got to say, I made a pronouncement maybe a year ago that I thought it was going to be the Tech9 Bison meta, and Tech9's kind of, I don't even know if that's like fully meta. They're just not completely useless now. The Bison never really happened, but I saw Device pick it up now. I'm like, yeah, maybe I was just early. Maybe it's gonna happen.
Oh, now they're trolling. Okay, yeah. So if you're wondering if NIP were going to take this like super seriously, triple op on the CT side.
Well, fair enough. I mean, obviously you're playing here to try and fund one charity or another, depending on what you picked at the beginning. So why not? If it works, maybe you learn something crazy. We know Device could definitely do the AWPing. We'll find out if Linus and Rez can too at that level.
Rez is off a bit in the past, right? It's just the Linus one where I'm like, yeah, I don't know about this. You got 3 points of contact, trying to cover everything with an AWP right now. Fair enough.
Hey, if it works, then yeah, there are going to be some short rounds, but there's a reason why people normally don't do it, and especially has to do with retakes. So I guess we'll just find out.
Yeah, I mean, MIBR now looking like they want to go for their mid crunch. Rez is posted up on short right now. Bit of a passive angle, though. He's hoping somebody walks Gandalf. I think this is exactly, and, well, not going to happen. Or rather, chair. I always get Gandalf and chair mixed up for whatever reason. In my brain, the connection is just not there.
You need, like, I don't know, like a little sticky note or something on your screen. Something like a little map.
Maps look too similar.
They do. There is that. We can bring some new maps in. I'll give you my opinion on that in just a little bit here, because this round is down to the wire. 17 seconds. Yell coming up with a big double kill with the AK-47 and exit. Probably should have killed Hampus right there. I have no idea how he's alive, but Rez is also going to get taken down. Nice shot from Bolt. And the bomb, better plant it right now or you'll just run out of time. So leaving it to the last possible second, I don't know. That took them long enough, but they're going to get this round no matter what here. I think the next map they should add is a map called Grind.
Okay.
That map is actually pretty good, I think.
Really?
I'm into it, yeah.
All right, time to take a look at it.
You should. It's fun.
Is it made by the developers or is it made by a community member?
I actually have no idea. I've only played it one time, and that convinced me. I was like, all right, it's not perfect. Lots of things can be fixed, but it is interesting.
All right, that's interesting. What's more crazy is whether or not the devs would actually implement a map that isn't made by them. But
true. That's always a conversation.
That is always a conversation. Well, Hampus is going to hold on to his AK, so that's all right. We did kind of get an idea as to why The triple op is not the go-to strategy on CT right now. Double op, I think, is fine. You can make that work, an op on each side, right? That we still see plenty of. But the triple AWP, it's looking like they... oh, well, never mind. We're going to go right back to the triple AWP.
Maybe it's not so much a strategy. Maybe it's more like a branding thing. That like, look how rich we are. We can just buy it. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
They don't even give it to Device either. He has an M4.
Yeah. Well, he bought the Bison earlier. The Bison he's been downgraded. You know, if you are where Yell was just standing with the AWP, you can actually shoot Device through the wall. Wait, if he's close up against the wall, you can shoot through the entire Tetris block.
Oh hell yeah!
And if you if you hit the right, it's definitely not easy. But if you hit the right shot, I think you can get to do like 60 or 68 damage or something. It's actually unreal.
Now I want that to happen so bad someday. we got the double Glock burst kill the other day, you know, from Brokey. So we've got a Brokey. Now we just need somebody to hit that wall bang, and then we can name it after him.
You know what? I think I put in a video maybe 5 years ago. Instead, they're going to burn him out. Always a good choice, although they weren't quite covering it. It would have been more interesting. It is a fake towards this A bomb site, by the way, in case you haven't noticed the minimap. They are going to be headed towards the B bomb site, where alone is Hampus with the AK-47. And right now, NIP they're buying this all the way. Now Hampus is going to say, wait a minute. Oh, he's not actually firing the gun. He's just waiting. Bomb is right in front. 35 seconds. Really good trigger discipline here. And he's going to be walking out. This could be it. He's not even taking the shot. Oh, he's ice cold. Hampus with the triple kill. He absolutely ruined that round for them. Beautiful play.
Maximum disrespect. Absolutely unreal that he manages to pull that off in such beautiful fashion. Yell. Without the bomb, no bomb plant, it gets completely denied there by Hampus. So with 10 seconds left, he's going to just try and save this AWP. But that is why you check your corners every single time. MIBR were just too pleased with themselves. You know, they were like a cat with a bowl of cream there, just loving it. Like, oh, look, we got him to rotate off on that B side. That fake was so good on A. And little did they know.
Yeah.
This was ready.
It was a really good fake. I'm so impressed, especially when he's also being flanked from the top when the third guy into the bomb site walks up behind him. That would have been the panic moment, but he just kept it cool.
I do appreciate this though from NIP. I mean, this is essentially how we've talked about it from the beginning, right? If you are the better team, you need to make your opponents respect you. You need to they need to make you play a serious game. So, you know, as far as going for a triple AWP, playing aggressive, trying to make plays the way Hampus just did, this is all according to plan as far as NIP are concerned. It's on MIBR to force a different style from NIP. No doubt.
And I mean, there are so many ways to think about a matchup like this. You could also make the argument that if NIP, you know, give too much of their sort of best play away, then that can also come back to hurt them in future tournaments. But there is something else to it, which is, you know, whether you're playing the most serious that you could or not, you got to be. You really never know, I think, what losses can do in general. Maybe not just to your team, because maybe NIP mentally will be fine, but losing the first map and shrugging it off. But sometimes the enemy team will even if they also feel like you're not the, you know, you're playing with 3 ops and all the rest of it, but they still could be like, yeah, we beat NIP. So next time they meet you, they might not remember exactly that it was, you know, a little bit of fooling around. They could just remember that we beat NIP once before, let's do it again. And we've seen that happen before, where you end up losing a match that seems insignificant, and it turns out that it actually isn't.
It comes back to bite you. Let your guard down.
Yep.
I mean, this entire time, Device has just been catching guys looking the wrong way. Made me wonder if they've just left. I mean, you have had Rez covering connector with the AWP this entire time as well, and so you still have the op for Linus out there. But nobody's been able to pick it up on MIBR side. They just don't want to touch that bait. Oh, Device. Device playing with an M4. Trying to get some stats on the board, it seems. It's been a bit too slow for him lately with that AWP.
Well, might be giving up this round, which was not looking good at all. Cello's back here with the Deagle. Oh, very exposed. He's surely gonna get leg shot. Rez will do it with the Deagle. That's some gentlemanly stuff right there. He gave him a chance to actually do something. It was like tag, and then he took him down. So NIP with the kit gonna win the round and make it 5-3 in their favor.
And they do not save the third op. Worth mentioning. So they do have the money for a third op if they want. Hampus is full bot with 6,300 in the bank. So he could drop one if he wanted to. But I'm curious, does Linus go back to it? Yes, well, it looks like we're going to get... Yep, the triple op is just going to be the mainstay strategy here for NIP on this CT side by the looks of things.
I think... Oh, it's
oh
not...
no.
Oh, it's a little bit of a shame, isn't it? Wanted to see if they could set that up with a nade going over, but it kind of did fail. Linus trying to get that flick op shot. Does not really connect. Plopsky's going to go down, so a little bit of an escape now, but man advantage. Oh, bolts. He finds device. It's looking good here for MIBR.
That Screamy Lurk through. Spots the gun barrel. Linus is down, and this is looking like a very good round here for MIBR. Some quick play. You can't underestimate Bolts right now. He's top fragging for MIBR, but Bolts has been competing in CSGO since pretty much the beginning. It's actually crazy. He couldn't even remember which team he started out on, like which was his first competitive team. I remember a little bit there with him for Blast at some point where he's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
and the guy has been around forever.
That's hard to imagine, isn't it? But yeah, it's true. He really has. And definitely still has a lot of firepower, I would say. So we shall see. It is going to be another round here for MIBR. And yeah, they're keeping pace. And maybe more importantly, if they can keep that money down, they could at least get rid of the triple op. I'm just going to say, I don't think it's not officially trolling until you pick up the Negev. I think that's the...
Is that where you draw the line?
That's where I draw the line. Although I've gone and done some real five-head type thinking here, Samler. I realized what the real power of the Negev is, and I think we can put this into like even the competitive meta, because it has so many bullets that if you spray for like a minute and then you stop, everyone will, like, people just cannot keep track of how many bullets you have left. They think, oh, he's been firing for, like, it's been an hour of him shooting into the smoke. And then they come running through, and you're not even reloading. You still have another 100 bullets left, because it goes on forever and ever. So you're just using people's inability to count to, 150 or whatever it is in, that quickly. So I think, you can, it's just all about setting up the right mind game for it. Just catch them thinking that I'm all behind the Negev.
Listen, I still just, whatever I think of the Negev, I still think of Senya holding B site from Inferno, from Graveyard, and just spamming banana. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
You literally just sit there and spray through the wall when the walls are all wall bangable around construction. And that was a legit strategy for a while before the devs fixed it, where you could just sit there and just spray bullets as the T side tried to execute.
I'm just saying, it might not be the fastest rate of fire, might not be the best accuracy, but you just have to mind game people. That's how you do it. You think about that. Device is sneaking in, and I think he's trying to catch Bolts, but I think Bolts is aware. Oh, very aware. You're going to take him right down. Good play here from Bolts, and that's going to be another man advantage. Also, they have the mid control on the MIBR side. Plopsky sneaking back into the ladder room. Jazz has got him right outside, but actually not going to check everything, and this is so dangerous. The fact that they don't check everything means Plopsky could turn this corner and kill 3 people in one spray. It's going to be the one kill, and actually Cello spins around and gets the kill on Hampus. He's all over the place, and it's back into a 2-on-1. Plopsky actually thought that was going to end the round.
That was so close. Exit 4 health. He survives with, running down that molly. And now Rez has spotted the other guy, and he sees the rotation coming through. And Bolts is committed to it as well. He is going to ruin Bolts' day, isn't he?
Especially if he planted out in the open. He's going to plant on the other side, but his teammate is all the way back there. And Rez, he knows he's got it locked down. Exit. He could maybe still catch him here, but for a minute there, it looked like he had all the advantage. There's Exit coming in, catching him out in the open. That was a cool play from Rez, though. I like the fact that he actually saw that coming.
Yeah, and I like that Bolts is starting to shut down this aggression coming in from NIP, where he's realized that if Device is going to play aggressive ramp and aggressive palace after every round, just looking for fights, all he has to do is just sit back and wait for it to happen. And sure enough, Bolt's not going to miss the chance there. So netting his team the man advantage and then playing from there really works well for MIBR. They got 5 rounds on the T side already. And, well, Mirage is very much, I think it's almost literally 50-50. I think the last time I checked, it was 49.9 to 50.1 or something like that. So negligible in the last 3 months in terms of CT or T advantage. So, you know, getting 5 rounds, it's not done yet. But it's a good start here for MIBR when NIP have been horsing around for the most part.
It is a pretty good start, I would say. And maybe NIP will change their tone a little bit. They got the Eagles out now. Whereas he even had time to line up that shot, but it didn't really connect. MIBR, I mean, if it's wild now, imagine what happens when we get onto Ancient. You never know. Or Device. Got the right idea here with the Deagle. Gonna be a lot of people around the corner, and he's a little bit slow on the trigger as well. All the way back at the bomb side is Hampus, but they already failed to check it once. Surely they will not do that again.
No, they're going to... They're definitely going... I'm not laughing at the game. I can just hear my puppy howling upstairs. So, I think he's alone right now. That might be why. And there's Hampus!
Oh, no.
Then I traded 1 for 1.
Now, it's going to be fine, but could you imagine the nightmare of, you know, if there was 10 seconds left and they get that kill?
Oh, it's just a disaster. But Hampus, I mean, at some point, they're going to start checking for him every time. This is probably going to happen throughout the rest of this. It's probably going to happen throughout the rest of this half where they're going to literally clear every nook and cranny on B site before planting. And I hope that they do. It can't be that Hampus just keeps getting free kills like this sitting on the balcony and chilling out. So,
they are going to really, yeah, they're going to have to find him.
4 players on A this round for NIP, though, so they clearly thought that MIBR were going to swing back quickly to the other side of the map and start to put pressure here. But MIBR just making quite a bit of noise in mid. They have not... as I see the bomb rotate back through CT spawn, it makes me think that this is going to wind up as an A execute. They did have Bolts lurking in Palace. This time, Bolts did not get a free kill on Device. So it's looking like MIBR with nade superiority. They're going to be looking to just hit this A site hard with everything they've got.
Not a bad idea. Got Device back on the MP9, giving up on the Bison already. Makes me a little bit sad. But he's playing close range. You could still do a lot of damage with it. Grenade is going to be raining out. That's a pretty decent nade, especially when you've got the MP9. You want to be softening them up just a bit. They're hearing the steps and they're spamming through, but somehow he's just, I don't know, had more firepower with the MP9. That's outrageous. They're like 3 AK shooting at him and he just gets the kill anyway. Bolts is sneaking down. This is some actual next level ninja play. He might be actually out sneaking the ninjas here. Big double for Bolts before he finally goes down. But I love everything about that. Linus is going to be dropped next, and now it's back into a 2-on-3, and a shot from Yell rings out to take down Plopsky, leaving Hampus 1 versus 3. And there's still time for the bomb plant here. As soon as they know where he is... Oh no, they walk in front of him. Double kill. Hampus is getting everything that he could have dreamed of here.
Oh, Yell still thinks that he's in CT. But now that he's actually taking the time to clear this out, he's not leaving himself any time to horse around here, Yell, but he has definitely figured out that Hampus is coming from a different direction, and I'm pretty sure he spotted Hampus's gun barrel, but Hampus with the clutch! Beautiful work from Hampus again, making all the plays.
I don't know what kind of deal he's made with the Counter-Strike gods, but, you know, I'd want to read, like, the fine print of that contract. Maybe he's given away his soul for something. I don't know. This is unreasonable. Didn't get checked. They just walk in front of him, shoot him with the box. It's just all lining up for him.
What a mad lad. Well, individual plays from Hampus. He's just feeling good after getting, I guess he's just, you know, trying to get some feel-good moments after getting beaten up all week. He's like, all right, now I'm going to get the pop off here against MIBR. 12 kills to his name, multi-kills, all of them. Just doesn't feel like he's got a round where he's getting single kills. It's all doubles and triples for him. So, good times, solid performance. He's going to be boosting those stats. And in the meantime, I was looking, it's going to be Bolts who's just chilling out in ramp again, just waiting for that aggression to come in from NIP. This time, he misjudges where it's going to go through. Oh, look at this. Yeah, that's a sick boost.
Very cool boost indeed. Looking over from the bench into the B hallways.
I guess Nipper just feeling like they get to do all the fun stuff that they don't normally get to do against other opponents, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really blame them for it. Again, I think there is a chance that these kind of fun times can backfire, but I don't really mind. I think it's okay. It's not like they're just not just running across the map or anything. And here's another thing. For a team like NIP, when are you normally ever going to get a chance to test anything that is slightly outside of the most like prepared play that you have to come in to try and win the tournament? You're never really going to have that time, are you? So why not? Why not do it?
Well, Connector Lurker coming in this time from MIBR. Onto the upper side. It's been spotted. Multiple targets. Rez somehow gets out of there intact. That's incredible. But are these rest of his teammates? Yes, the rest of the teammates are going to rotate in, and this is going to be a big fight here on this A bomb site.
Yes, well, there's a problem when there's someone up in the palace like this. There's 20 seconds left. They're actually going to get the bomb down 5-on-5. In spite of being really surrounded in the bomb site, a little bit of a flashbang. There's a counter one coming up. Shan's going to be taking down one kill, and LNC with the other one. So 5 versus 3. And MIBR actually looking pretty good in the afterplan right now. The MP9s, again, are still just very hard to deal with. Cello is going to be dropped, and it is a 3-on-3. Another kill coming in as Plopsky does hit the ground, and looks like NIP don't want to be sticking around, or rather Rez here. So I actually have almost no idea how MIB end up winning that, because if you walk into a bomb site like that where they're jungle, they're CT spawn, they're up in the palace, and you still get the bomb plant down and fight your way out, that seems so unlikely to me.
It's just not going to really happen that often, is it? MIBR, though, they are managing to actually get some rounds on the board here, and now it feels like, yes, okay, we're seeing some weird gimmicky boosts and whatnot coming out from NIP, but it's not outrageous stuff. I mean, it just means that they're having 2 guys on that B site the way they normally would. So right now, MIBR, I think, actually are playing pretty well, and NIP are the ones who are going to have to start getting their heads in this game if they don't want to lose this first map. I mean, losing Mirage would be a bit painful. It is MIBR's pick. Ancient is coming up next, though, from NIP, so that's going to be really cool to see. Actually,
yeah, I mean, that is actually a map where I almost would prefer for some teams, maybe NIP, maybe someone else, to try and do, things that are just a little bit crazy, because no one knows almost anything about it. So I feel like it would be fun to try and see that. But it could also well be that NIP, if they start to really feel the pressure, which in some ways they are a little bit now, maybe they're going to turn it around, trying to go another way. Here we go, Molotov smoke. Trying to get that mid control fully for MIBR. The bomb is still back in T-spawn, so Rez is the real dangerous player right now with that AWP.
Rez just patient. He's been seeing a lot of activity connector, so I understand why he's just holding, waiting for somebody to be going for the peak there. Unfortunately for him, it's going to be a little bit delayed. Let's see if he can catch out Yell. This would be a big shot from him, but I think Yell is ready for him. Yep. He saw the gun barrel.
They definitely heard the scope as well. I think Chess was right down below. So they heard that. Double setup here in Shadow, and we don't normally like that when Connector is being pushed, because you just can't really get out. I think Lena's actually got wallbang down through. He's going to have to go on this. He can't wait inside. And yep, set up with a flashbang from a teammate. It's a really good idea, but all the setups in the world are never going to save you from actually not hitting your shots. That is still important.
Yeah, getting kills still matters. Little does he know, Hampus, that it's being planted right in front of him. Not going to spot him? Yes, he will. Still not quick enough to get the shot, however. And Device now with the CZ. It's a little bit of a tall tale here. Bit of a big ask. Curious. Not going to be able to get that AWP unless he were to rotate around as well. I guess he's just hoping for somebody to come through here to clear this angle out.
I think he is. Yeah, I think he wants to see maybe when the bomb goes up, he can run onto the site and try and get something. Never know if there's a gun that's going to be blowing your way. No one is exiting towards him. Interestingly, if he does turn around, he could even catch Yell just jumping down under the pass, but not going to happen. He's going to make a run for it into Connector, looking all over the place and finding nothing. That was not the best end to the round, but whatever.
Didn't quite work out the way that they were hoping, but now I'm wondering if NIP are regretting all the triple op buying and the horsing around, or are they they're fine with how this has gone?
Double auto shotgun. I don't think they're regretting anything. So.
Just go for it. I mean, if you finish 8-7, on that CT side, I don't think you're feeling too poorly.
No.
About this first half. I mean, even 9-6 wouldn't be an utter disaster. It is NIP on the T side after all. The thing is that, I mean, MIBR is almost certainly going to have watched NIP compete in these tournaments. So there's a bit more tape for MIBR to go off of. Cello ready for the aggression, and Cello with a double at ramp. There we go. Solid.
Good stuff. Both the shotguns playing the opening of those B hallways. That probably would be really painful if you just ran up there, but presumably they'll smoke or flash or Molotov or all three to try and get rid of some of these positions, especially the one that that Device is in the corner. That's one of the ones that's been used a couple of times. And they figured it out. They're going to be falling back, and while they're doing that, big shout out to all the people in the Twitch chat. I'm keeping it. It's a little bit delayed from where we are in the game, but I'm happy to see you guys hang out. A lot of people asking where's Sedukist, and I'm glad that there's so much excitement about that. He is doing the hosting, at least for this particular event. So, but it's good to have him back.
He's on that host role, but of course everybody's expecting him on the cast. Still glad to have Matt back involved. Very cool.
Yeah, exactly. You know, people's expectations are always set really high, but you know, just one step at a time and all that, you know?
Oh, you know, they already had to get him out of the forest to begin with.
They had to get him out of the forest. They had
laying trails down there for the mountain bikes, so...
possibly out of the hospital with all the crazy mountain biking stuff that he's into, you know? It's not easy, guys. You have to really realize it's not that easy. Oh! Did he just run to take down Exit? Now he's coming in with the auto shotgun, and it feels so humiliating. He's not even going for the bomb. He's like, you know what? I'm in this for the humiliation, jumping and shooting Device. Oh,
no kit.
No, he didn't want to win the round. He just wanted to essentially, just make them feel it. We should clip that just as evidence that Device is not as kind as he seems. If you're truly a good person, you wouldn't do that, would you, Samler?
Hunting with the double shotty, especially the 15th round, it's not even like he's gonna make any money. Yes, it is really just them just trying to get the kills, isn't it? I mean, gotta get those stats, man. It's a chance. You know, Device has been heavily criticized recently, not necessarily taking over servers the way that some of the other oppers tend to do for other teams. Maybe, you know, he's looking at this as his chance to prove those naysayers wrong.
I mean, I would love to see him do it with the auto shotgun, but at the same time, I don't know what that says about me. Cello sneaking up. That is actually the bomb that's on Linus. It'd be very awkward if it goes down, because the rest of the push is, I don't know, mid to A kind of thing eventually, although it's a bit of a long play. Device goes down. I don't even know what the nades they were throwing initially were even for. I just am not informed. It looked like they were throwing what? Flashbangs over into the A bomb site, but for no reason. I'm really confused.
Oh, what a shot. Beautiful work from Yell. Catching him. Flopsky and Linus just charging through the smoker connector. Both of them dead already. Rez gonna fall as well to the in-game leader, and now it's all just Hampus alone, 1v4. Wondering what the hell happened to his team.
And this time he can't just hide and wait for them to show up. He's going to have to make the move, running out and trying to get that shot off. But it will be MIBR 10-6. But they are, you know, they're off to a pretty good start right now. Should be looking clean at the moment. By the way, if you are just tuning in again and you're wondering, if you're on the Twitch stream, if you scroll a little bit down, and you don't have the player maximized, you could see the list of charities down there right below. They actually put that in, so that's really good little resource to go if you're wondering what it is we're doing here. Then that is what it's about. Nice shot from Yell, taking down Linus, and it's a 4-on-5 now with Yell. He's gonna get smoked off here. Got the Eagles on the other side.
Just utterly dominating right now. Yell stepping up, a strong couple of rounds from him. 13 kills, not leading the way. Bolts is still in charge for MIBR, but doing work. And it is going to be the force buy coming in from NIP, so MIBR can't play it too crazily, although Bolts is thinking about it. Yep, with this MP9 positioning on balcony, he's set a trap, and he's just hoping they're going to walk into him in close quarters. Hampus, though, just admiring that fancy butterfly knife.
It's not a bad knife at all, is it?
And there's the old bait and switch.
He's not going to save him.
No. Exit and Bolts just tag teaming. The rest of NIP are heading over towards B, though, so it looks like now that they figured out, okay, the element of surprise is gone on that boost, and we know there's an MP9, it looks like NIP are content to head over here and see if they can do some damage. They don't have any nades, though, so this is going to be a tough one. I'm not really sure what they can hope to do apart from just running onto the bomb site and crossing their fingers.
35 seconds, and yeah, that's what they wanted to try and do, but they didn't get there for without getting noticed, and that's a problem. Device and Rez, I don't know, again, some kills with the Deagle, I think are the best case scenario here. Rez going to be in charge of some of those. He's thinking about it. He had the right idea, but that's a hard shot to hit. So, MIBR picking up one more round. Currently, what? Hampers and Rest at the top of the scoreboard at 13 kills on their side, and on the other side, Bolts with 16, and then Yell right behind him.
Yeah, it would have been awesome to see a bomb get planted there for NIP. That was really going to be the goal, ultimately, for that round. Now it's going to prompt another round of eco coming in here from NIP, and MIBR fully equipped, not messing around at all on their side. Yell maybe putting himself in a position to get that AWP next round. Not seeing much of an investment from him, holding on to the MP9. So hopefully he can just, go aggressive and farm up some kills. And, oh, the unbelievable timing.
Yeah, when that happens, you just can't believe it, can you? Hampers is again hitting good shots, but getting shot from Catwalk. A little bit annoying there. Grenade. No, he didn't jump back down into it. Rez.
There's Rez.
Yeah, he's just not messing around as either. Cello will catch him though, and Hampers is going to be going down. So nice way to stabilize the round potentially here for MIBR.
Gonna get the bomb planted though, so this is the big win for NIP. Everything they were hoping for. If Plowski could find a kill with that MP9, that'd be pretty heroic as well here. And there's Linus coming in. I mean, are we actually going to get an eco round win here for NIP? That would certainly make things competitive. Put them up onto 7 rounds against MIBR.
Yeah, at that point, they're doing really well. Still some money on the MIBR side. Yeah, they're going to win that round. Linus with the last 2 kills and 7-11. But yeah, NIP just... They are, even without the full focus, they're still looking really sharp. So it obviously doesn't detract from the individual skill either. You know, Semler, I've been preaching long time now about that run boosted Zeus. Surely this is the game for it.
You would think, right? We've seen a lot of it so far.
I'm gonna message the device right now.
We've seen some shenanigans so far with the bench boost and whatnot. I mean, why not? Look at this aggression coming in from MIBR, though. Linus just completely caught off guard. Not really sure where to put his crosshair there. That is going to cost him, as Plopsky is too far away to try and trade that kill immediately. They were looking for a crunch onto mid from the looks of things here. But the bomb is still all the way up in top mid, so NIP nowhere near ready to go onto a bomb site.
Not at the moment. They got at least device pretty close into that ladder room, which is a pretty dangerous position. Plopsky, though, he's going to go down. Exit, able to pick up the kill. Rez, he's got the right idea, but doesn't want to stick around. Bolt's not checking it. Yeah, that's the problem when you get someone in that early into that ladder. And now it's a 2-on-3 just like that. From a 4-on-3, they lose Exit as well, leaving Yell all on his own. And the bomb is going to be picked up long before Yell actually gets there. I say that long before. It was pretty close.
Wasn't, he was close enough to hear. So now he's going to try and catch up. There's a chance for him to get that bomb. Well, Rez will get the bomb planted. I was wondering if Yell could have just accelerated behind a bit. He has no idea whether or not they're walking ahead of him, and so not a whole lot he can really hope to do now that the round is coming to a close. Bomb planted, 3 alive for NIP. And, well, he is now trying to see if he can catch somebody out in the lower halls.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best that he can do.
Main thing for him is just surviving this round. Just save the M4. This was a force after all, so do whatever you can to save what firepower you have and then go from there.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you could find a sniper rifle somewhere, some AWP, but I don't know if there is even one on the ground, so presumably not at the moment. 8-11 the scoreline. NIP, it seemed like they were a little bit behind at one point, but they're right back in the mix, and I don't know what MIBR plans to do here. Grenades to top mid? I feel like we don't get to see that nearly enough now.
Right? That could be, I like those, I've always liked the nade to top mid strategy. But we're getting a tactical timeout actually getting called here by MIBR going into this round of eco. That is interesting. Wanting to buy a little bit of time. This is the same HUD that ESL have been using, right? This is the ESL HUD?
I don't know. I wish I could say that I pay enough attention to these kind of things that I could just be on point. But I will take your word for it, Samuel, if you tell me.
ESL HUD that they've just, yeah, we're using the ESL HUD. So, legit. No, I was just, you know, wondering about it. You got the nade count at this top. And it also shows what kind of loss bonus they're looking at. So I like that sort of thing. It's little details like this that are pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that's
how the HUD has changed over the years.
I think you're right about that. Yep, they have done a really good job updating that, I think. It's nice. Good quality of life update, in my opinion. Hampus, battling it out in the middle. More of a shooting gallery in some sense. And, yeah, they're just going to be running across the map. No real surprise. Nothing to do with MIBR. Just, they didn't have the pistols or anything. The M4 was in there, but I don't think it even really got put into play. Device. Yep, you can wallbang that. Interesting, you can wallbang where Yell was as well from the middle, but no one ever does that either.
Nicely done. Yell at least managing to find a kill on Device there. But again, eco situation for MIBR. Yell. Yell gonna make it even more expensive though. And he almost gets a third kill onto Rez. That'd have been terrific. Doing maximum damage to the economy for NIP. Not going to happen, though. No round win for MIBR. And that's another round on the board for NIP, who are just looking better and better here. Starting to seem like they're getting a bit more comfortable on this T side. But this is going to be the big buy round coming in from MIBR.
Yes.
And I'm curious what they talked about in that timeout. If they had an answer or a feeling about what NIP wanted to go for. Quick window smoke going down here for NIP. Just getting Device out there top mid. And then the lurk, the scrim play out ramp.
Yep. Completely unsignaled. No, I mean, an early flashbang maybe, but that was it. Shaz doing a really fine job. A nice triple for him. Oh, man, he actually had an opportunity there. That is still very impressive. They would have... I don't think they would even have rotated to try and save this round if he didn't get that triple kill. So at least now it is back in competition. They're going to double peak Device. Absolutely outplayed. He was so... He played the whole round to try and catch that. And then when they show up, they bring a teammate. That's really cool.
Bopped.
Yeah.
That is... As you said, really cool. Nice attention to detail there. Realizing that, of course, he could still be posted up top mid. But now Plopsky, does he have any way? No, he doesn't really have any way to get any utility here. So they'll have to fight. Oh, going to react to the first guy. Doesn't realize that they were doubled up. Very well played by MIBR. I like to see the buddy system in play as well in a 2-on-2 sort of scenario, or like a 2-on-1, where happened perfectly there. One guy goes down, doesn't matter. The other one is there to instantly trade it, and so you just secure that round, really improve your odds of winning.
Yeah, nicely done, man. Even if somehow he picked up the bomb and got to run into the B bomb site, you're still probably going to realize in time, and you can both show up and try and retake it. Whereas, yeah, if you split up, it could be pretty ugly. Oh, NIP not just being allowed to run away with everything here. They set the couch on fire, which is unfortunate.
And you can donate that couch. You don't need to burn it.
True. Give it to people who need it. Maybe reskin it.
Yeah, exactly.
Put some new leather on there or something.
Hey, with time, a little bit of love, a little bit of attention, couch could go a long way. What's not going to go a long way is Plopsky. He is done. He is done.
Yeah, he's out of it. Bolt's hiding in the corner. Oh, no, he didn't get the kill, but he's going to be flanking around. Just no one can see anything from all of the smoke that's down here. This is actually crazy. Hampus finally getting a kill there, but it's still down to Linus and Device. And they are, well, one of them is flanking, and that's Linus coming in with the deagle all the way from the back. He's going to have to get here really quickly, or he can't actually help out Device. But also, MIBR are a little bit slow right now. They do have a kit still on cello, and they just catch Linus outright. That's actually pretty impressive. Yeah, even without the kit, they should be fine here. So, I don't know. I think that was a pretty close round after all, but MIBR will pick it up. Yeah,
realizing that the flank was possible from Linus early on was really cool there. I mean, just not going to give him even the chance to step in to help out his teammate. But, I mean, still a win, as in, you know, they're getting bomb plants here, NIP. So that's solid. You know, getting the bomb planted means you keep having money, but they just keep forcing right into these rounds. And so, you know, we're not going to get a big buy round out of NIP anytime soon if they keep up this tactic. We're not going to get AWPs. We're not going to get real firepower. It's just going to be deagles and nades, and MIBR, I think, are going to be able to take advantage of this.
They're in a prime position for it right now. The only thing that's really lacking is the overall cash behind this round for MIBR. It would be great if they had more of a back to fall back on should they lose it. Oh, Raz. Very sneaky. The fact that he even got up there is in itself dangerous. And now Linus is just walking in behind him through the smoke. And double peek with the deagle. Eventually they get the kill. Cello's going to be going down, and they catch him coming through the infamous murder hole. Aptly named.
Indeed. Exit, though. Gonna let Linus know. He did not appreciate him getting the kill on his teammate, and so we're into a 2-on-2 scenario. Bomb drop mid. Plopsky with the Mac 10, not the best firepower if he runs into exit. He is not favored in that fight. And in the meantime, is Bolt's going to spot him.
Oh, Plopsky. Is he going to check the corner? We talked about this. Checking corners, it's important.
Ah, what a bro. Bolt's not going for the knife. You would think he would go for the knife there, but no. Just leaves it be.
I feel like people fall into two categories on that front. I guess MIBR, they do seem like they're taking it a bit more with focus than NIP are at the moment, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I agree. Knife him.
It is one of those points. Weren't you making that at the beginning here, where it's a chance for MIBR to actually show what they're capable of? You know, against NIP, and NIP that, yeah, admittedly are making decisions that I don't think that they would make, say, at Blast last week. But it's still a chance for MIBR to put a little bit of a showcase on here.
Yeah, because I think MIBR have been playing a lot of Tier 2 teams recently, so I'm sure they appreciate the idea of being able to fight NIP right now. Maybe not that much after Hampers takes 3 kills and wins the round 1 versus 2 at the end there. So 10-13.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you've got to stay sharp, don't you? And yeah, I don't know. I mean, and I still think MIBR could be a really interesting team. Some of these Brazilian teams are in a little bit of disarray, but you know, we've all seen how good they can be when they get up and running.
Oh, they can be terrific. It would be wonderful for MIBR to really come into their own and start getting that experience that they need. I mean, they have to play over here away from home as well, so making that sacrifice, that's what all the South American and North American teams have to do right now for this past year and a half now. It's been trying times for the international scene, and yet here they are competing.
Indeed. Oh, nice shot, Bolt. Cello going to be going down afterwards. They know that he's behind the bench, so they're going to catch him eventually. It's going to be very hard for him to get out of that one. Exit, and he's going to be alone, losing a teammate. It will be NIP. Battling back, Hampers up to 21 kills, but then there's 17 on Plopsky, Device, and Rez. It's only really young Linus that's lagging a little bit behind.
Yeah, the thing is, Nip, I think it's all fun and games to play around, but you still can't, I mean, you can't allow yourself to lose to a team like MIBR just by horsing around. If MIBR beats you straight up while you're trying hard, fantastic, right? Then good on MIBR. But if you're just horsing around and MIBR beat you, I mean, there is such a thing as not respect, but self-respect. It's like they need to just put an end to this here, NIP, and put their foot down just for themselves.
That would be the ultimate level of cruelty, wouldn't it? If you mess around for a while, and then when you decide, you just say, "Oh, and we're winning." I feel like that would be really heartless.
I mean, this is how it's supposed to go. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I'm just like jiu-jitsu or something. You know, it's like, yeah, you can fight if you've got a lower belt against an upper belt. You know, you can fight all you want, but at whatever point, that upper belt can just decide to end the game, right? I mean. That should be the state, especially considering NIP now believe this. I after last week's performance, have gone up in the world ranking. They haven't made it to top 5 just yet, but they're number 6 in the world right now. So, I mean...
if I scroll down the list of played games here for MIBR, before I get to like a really recognizable name, that might not actually be fair, but some Furia, for instance, 10 weeks ago, Navi 13 weeks ago. It's been a while, otherwise they've been playing, just a slightly lower level of team. So I just thought maybe the difference wouldn't be that big, but it feels like maybe it is. Yeah, I mean, it could be that you're right. Hampus catching Shares completely out, and it's going to be 4 versus 3 and an open bomb site here.
And already Hampus in position here to catch the rotation. So MIBR, I think, are going to be in a position as soon as they realize it's the gamble from MIBR. They're hoping that it's going to be a B-side hit. If it isn't a B-side hit, then they're in position to save their guns. So that's some, let's say, veteran experience getting shown here by MIBR. Not all teams will try and go for that sort of thing, but this is them trying to set it up so that they will not have a totally disastrous buy if they were to lose the round. NIP are aware of this as well, though, so you can see. We'll see if MIBR are able to hold on to these guns or not. Device and Rez have enough money. Hampus as well has enough money for a buy next round, so they can afford to give up a couple of guns here. NIP to take some guns off of MIBR.
3 versus 4, yeah. I mean, they've already got them cornered at the bomb site. Plopsky is walking in. Got to be careful if you jump back there, Bolts. You could get yourself killed right away. Bit of a flash. Actually, really good flashbang. And Plopsky goes down, so no hunting is really successful. But it's still going to be 13-13. Man. What do you do here if you're MIBR? You don't really have the funds. Remember in the beginning how many times they had that triple op setup? It seemed like NIP had money for days, but it's not really true the other way around. Need to come up with something.
What is the... yeah. I mean, you do need to come up with something, but what is the thing when... Now
You know what it really should be happening here? If NIP extended an invitation to play this crazy kind of Counter-Strike with having 3 AWPs, you would think that a Brazilian team would be the first one to say, hell yes, we're going to be doing that. Let's go, So just, I feel like they need to come down to NIP's level here, Just get down in the mud and roll around. I think that's what what has to happen here.
So auto shotties for Exit and Chazzy, and put them up on that B balcony and just sit and wait. Yeah,
don't keep playing this version of Counter-Strike, because there's a chance that NIP are going to beat you to it. That's a nice smoke all the way from the back. Flashbangs going in. Good catch from the camera operator as well. 27th round, and they're going to be running right down. The Deagle actually did a lot of damage. Bolts is now, though, alone, and there's no way to hide. He's going to go down eventually. Very cool.
Just too many targets. Just too many targets to worry about there, unfortunately. Yell hasn't even got that angle, but it's too little too late for him to be here now. I mean, whoa, they shouldn't be swinging, but they swing. Rez just looking for fights.
Certainly interesting. Oh, that actually, you're connected. He's going to try again. He's got the right idea, but the shot rings out. And Hampus has not been missing much of anything right now. Playing a pretty good game. That bomb is really far ticked already. Hampus is finally going to be going down, but they can't defuse the bomb, so it's all just for show. All looking for a last pickup there. Yeah, 24 kills on Hampus, though.
Trying to save that gun, and he will be able to make it out intact. Nice. So close. But he is going to make it out. So, saving the AWP for the next round, Linus. And, we saw some opping from him on that CT side, so we'll see if he can get in the mix here. He is, on an individual level, struggling a little bit on this map. Not quite having as much fun as his teammates against MIBR. But, just give him the big green and see if he can get in the mix here. Find a shot with a little bit of help from his teammates. Yell straight up to top mid, and they are ready for it.
Yeah, he kind of stopped at the very peak of it. That's dangerous. Nice flick from Cello, but he's now also being pushed down the ramp. The bomb is down there with him, so maybe it's all going to be fine. What a crazy time. Cello missing a shot there, and Rez going to be quick to adjust. So a 2 versus 2, and it's going to be Rez picking up the bomb. Oh, Linus had every chance. I was going to say that was not the best timing we've seen.
That was so scary. But he just goes back for it. Bold Bold as brass. And while the bomb rotating the back around towards that B site, Linus has been left all by his lonesome. Rez is just saying, okay, you'll help out eventually when you can. No way for him to know that exit is here. But that leaves it down to a 1v1 for Rez. And with Rez has so much time, I almost wish that he would try and go for the flank.
Oh, just walk up and shoot him. That'd be exciting. Oh, exit. Oh, wait. He thinks about it. He thought about it. For a minute, it looked like he was going to check the wrong bomb site. That would have been the end of the round. Now, he does have a kit. He's got a Molotov and an HE, and Rez is low on health. If he guesses one of those two nades correctly, that just might end the round already. So let's see what Rez elects to do. Is he just going to wait it out? He could be walking right into a headshot here. Exit. Nice angle for Rez, but still not good enough. And that'll be the round for MIBR. And yeah, also, I'm feeling offended here. People in the chat, you know, much delayed again from the earlier conversation, but people are telling me that 10 weeks is a little over 2 months. It's like, thanks, guys. I feel like that's like sets the expectation of what chat thinks about me. I appreciate that. You know?
Fair enough. I'm glad you needed that explanation.
Yeah, I didn't even know I did, but thanks anyway.
Well, the chat are always helpful, Anders. You know, they're always looking out. I mean,
that is true.
I like that they're capable to differentiate and, you know, outline that for us. It's good looking out, guys. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Yeah, convert those weeks into months. It's good.
Well, this has gone the distance.
It has.
Exactly what I was expecting given the start. Although when you start seeing NIP putting triple op on their triple op repeatedly on CT side, you start to think, okay, these are going to be longer rounds than you would expect.
Yep, that is. We definitely had an inkling early on that it was something a little bit different. But I'm sure at the end of the day, NIP don't want to just randomly lose. And these last couple of rounds, it seems like NIP have tried to really win it. They just couldn't get the clutches through. So that's a bit interesting. Exit winning that last one there. And everyone from MIBR is playing pretty well at the moment. So let's see what NIP have. They did the sort of the blind or the naked walkout onto the site earlier. This time it's going to be way more signaled. You see the telegraphing coming in with all of the smokes and the flashbangs and everything else that they can throw. They know about this ticket booth position. Bolts. Ooh, he needed to swing a bit earlier. And Shez, I thought that was very dangerous. He wanted to get out, although the Molotov did actually miss him. But I could understand why. He could have been dead already, and he still might be. Bomb is down, low on health, and exit. That's a brilliant double spray. Otherwise, I think they lose that round.
I think so too. The timing just does not line up there for NIP. But NIP have got good post-plant positions. What do we have? We have plenty of nades for MIBR to work with, though, going into this retake. So they should have options. Now they've got eyes on the bomb. They know where the plant is. There's a smoke still on Yell. Cello can help out on top of it. And yeah, Ellen's just going to get caught.
Yeah, nice shot there. Hampers with the one kill. Could he clutch it? Yell is inside. He's actually trying to see if he can maybe fake it out there, but he's not finding him. There's the stab. He's got it once, and oh no, it doesn't matter. He actually stabbed him, and Yell, oblivious to the pain, just defusing the bomb anyway.
It's a man on a mission right there, Anders. Full focus.
It must be very hard punching in those digits, or I don't know if they're using the digits or the wire cutter or whatever. Either way, it's not an easy task if someone's stabbing you.
Listen, it's the perfect play, though. I mean, because I'm sure that they have so much practice with the defuse. Even in a smoke, it's a numpad, right? So you know where the 0 is. You know where the 1 is. You know where the you just hold the bomb and go to town on that key, on that numpad, right?
It could be like me to the point where if someone asks me what the pin code is for my credit card, I can't. Half the time I can't remember. But if I'm at an actual ATM, it's just in the fingers. You know, you just like
exactly.
But you don't actually know the numbers for some stupid reason. Okay.
Nice shot, Hampus.
He's dead.
Yeah, but they need some kind of magic here, NIP, because this is map point for MIBR. A little bit of pressure getting poured on, and Hampus stands his ground. Another kill for him. Bolts is out of the fight, and we may very well have overtime coming up here as NIP are looking good to get the bomb planted on the B site.
Well, let's get it done then. Let's get it. I'm happy to. We're here for the entertainment, of course, here for the charity at the same time. So right now it seems like the fight has just switched character a tiny bit. Exit. He even signaled that he's going to get the shot on Plopsky. NIP not ready. in any way whatsoever. And now Rez is going to be alone, and he gets shot down. Exit with an absolutely ridiculous quad kill to save not just the round, but the map as well. It was 16-14 in favor of MIBR, and that was just a wild round out of Exit. Cool stuff.
Solid work. And I mean, this is what you get when you underestimate players'